and you've been to the Oval Office. He called you to tell you about this rule. What did you say?
I said very simply that I was disappointed in his decision. I can't believe that he would not let a bunch of virgins dictate other people's sexual habits or mores. I don't understand. It's Catholic doctrine that we get to control other people's sexuality. We hate gays, and well, we love them just as long as they don't fuck. But just pretty much the same thing as. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, come on. We can't have sex with children without anyone getting in our case. I don't know why we shouldn't be able to control other people's aspects of birth control. I mean, part of my religious freedom is I should be fucking a child right now. I'll tell you right now, I have such a hard, raging boner right now in my pants. You wouldn't believe how hard I am at this moment. I would just like to stick in my dick into like a mouth or an anus, but no, I'm told that's wrong. But other people get to use a birth control, and that's just ridiculous. I think that's an attack on my religious freedom. That is my rights, and I'm shocked. I cannot believe this president can't see this simple idea. I'm just disappointed. I was just very disappointed in his decision. Hello and welcome to Atheist Bible Study. I'm Joe Dixon. Today we're going to pick up where we left off. Jesus was doing the parable stuff last time, and now he's in Nazareth. He's going to be bothering people there. So before we get into that, we're going to drink a little Bailey's. You can see that little Bailey's original. We have some Bailey's today. Yes, we're back to drinking because we got some free booze, and if we get free booze, we must drink it. All right, so I got a glass of Pepsi here. I'm just going to put the Bailey's in there, the Bailey's original. And then I'll get in there and stir it up with my finger, maybe. There we go. And salute. Tasty. Okay. Let's get into this. Jesus goes to Nazareth, where he was born. And first thing he does is he goes to the synagogue. Because, he is Jewish after all, and he practices, not every holiday, but some of the major ones he goes to. He goes to the synagogue, and he gets the book, the book of something, he just gets a book. I don't know, maybe it's a Torah, maybe it's a book of fables, same thing. But he gets a book, and he reads, and he goes like, this is the gospel of the poor, and the poor, we got to keep care of the poor, and everything's good about the poor, and I'm here to preach for the poor and all this sort of stuff. He basically says this type of stuff that convinces people that Jesus is socialist because he says all the good things about the poor, and right-wingers ignore it, and liberals bring it up all the time, and both forgetting this is a fictional character made up by cave dwellers. But anyway, he says this stuff about the poor, and freaks out people, freaks them out. They're like, we don't want to hear about the poor. What the poor? We don't want to hear poor. What the hell is about the poor? So they get a bit upset with Jesus, and they almost run him out of town. And he says, all right, forget this. So he gets on a boat with his friends, the other dudes, his friends, and he gets on the boat, and they say, well, let's go to the other side of the island, or wherever the fuck we are. And while he's on the boat, he says, this rocking and rowing, I'm kind of tired, I'm going to take a nap. So he goes to sleep. And while he's sleeping, the boat suddenly gets, there's a storm. There's a huge storm blowing around, and the boat's rocking and shaking, and they're afraid the disciples are afraid they're going to drown. So they wake up Jesus and go, hey, Jesus, your dad is having some sort of fit or something. He's having an epileptic attack. We don't know, but we're scared and frightened, and we'll constantly be in the goddamn Bible. And he says, oh, he gets up and he starts the storm. He stops it, and he says, oh, you have such little faith. And no one says to him, motherfucker, why is there a storm in the first place? Your father knows you're on the boat, so I'm not sure what the point of that was. Of course, you are also your father anyway, but never mind that. You just wanted to show off. That's what that was really about, wasn't it? You just wanted to show off, but no one says that. Anyway, so the boat finally gets to the other side of wherever the hell they're going, and they run into a man who's naked and screaming. No, this isn't San Francisco. It's just a dude just yelling and screaming and naked. Maybe it's Washington, Seattle. I don't know. But he's screaming and he's naked and stuff. And they go like, all right, what are you going to do? What's going on here? And the guy says, I'm possessed with demons. Demon. And Jesus goes, oh, demons, all right, so who are you? What's your name, demon, in there? And the demon says, Legion, because there are several of them in there. Because demons, if you remember, Mary Magdalene was also possessed with demons. She had 7 demons in there, and this dude has tons of demons. And demons just don't want to live alone. They hate having their own place. They've got to have roommates, and they just love just living together in one person's body. You think it'd be easier for demons just to be in this body and that body, and they possess so many more people, but fuck that. They've got to be in this one person. They just love it. They just love it. They eat it all up. So they're all in this one dude, and Jesus says, all right, I'm going to heal you. And the demon says, oh, please, if you're going to send us out of it, let's give us someplace nice to go to. Well, yeah, we don't want to just be cast out of him. And he says, all right. And so he sends them all into the pigs. And the pigs go crazy with the demons, and then they go in the water and drown. And at no point does the farmer or whoever owns the pigs goes like, Jesus, you owe me money. You just killed my pigs. What the fuck? Why? I had pigs. How am I going to feed my family, Jesus? How am I going to feed my family? No one asked that. All right, so pigs are dead. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the swine. You know, whatever. It's there. So anyway, So he does that, and then this guy approaches Jesus and says, hey, my daughter's dying or dead or something. Could you take care of that, Jesus? And Jesus says, yeah, sure, right. So he goes to the guy, and as he's going there, there's this woman who's bleeding. That's what it says. She's bleeding. She's been bleeding for 12 years. That's what it says in the Bible. 12 years of bleeding. Probably her menstrual cycle. Probably just a normal menstrual thing. But it's the Bible. They have no idea what a menstrual cycle is. Jesus is an idiot. God is an idiot. Everybody in the Bible is an idiot about the basic biology. So they don't know. She thinks she must be possessed because she's bleeding. So she says, let me, if I touch Jesus' garment, I can suddenly be healed. So she rips off a garment, sticks it up her twat. It's super absorbent. That's why it's technically a dream coat. It's like it absorbs her menstrual, and she's healed. And Jesus says, who just touched my clothing and shoved it up her twat? And then he realizes the woman, because you can see some clothes still hanging out of her. And he says, all right, see what I've done with you, you're healed. And she says, thank you, Jesus. And he says, yeah, sure. And then, so he continues with the guy, goes over to her home, and goes to the home with a little girl. The guy says, my daughter's dying. And then a bunch of people there says, what are you doing here, Jesus? She's dead, she's dead. Jesus says, no, she's not dead. And they go, no, she's dead. Look, she's dead. And they pick her up, and it's like banging her head on the counter. They're like, this is one dead daughter. She is dead. This is dead. The only reason she's lying here is that we nailed her to the bed. She is dead. And Jesus says, no, she's resting. No, Jesus, she's dead. She is really dead. There is no life in this body. It is an empty vessel. There is nothing here. This is one dead daughter. We're telling you there's nothing. She's gone, kaputty. And Jesus says, no, she's resting. And he does his Jesus thing, and the girl is alive. And they go, whoa, we're amazed. And Jesus says, yeah, that's me, I'm the shit. And then he says, get her something to eat. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Atheist Bible Study. Thank you very much for your time, and I'll see you next week.